Hello everyone, welcome to Prompt with Pal, your weekly bite-sized power-up on all things Copilot and AI. Ever wondered what makes some agent feel smarter, more accurate, and surprisingly business-aware? Today we are zeroing on one of the most game-changing updates in Copilot Studio, which is Advanced Knowledge Tuning. This feature does three powerful things. It gives visibility into how your Copilot is using your data, it pinpoints what's missing or underperforming, and it helps you fine-tune your knowledge source to improve the answer quality across the board. Whether you're building an internal support agent or an enterprise-grade assistant, Advanced Knowledge Tuning puts the control and clarity back in your hands. So let's dive in and see how it makes your AI a little less generic and a whole lot more genius. Let's get real. AI doesn't just need data, it needs the right knowledge, optimized and tuned to deliver the most accurate, context-aware response. With advanced knowledge tuning in Copilot Studio, you can now get full transparency and control over how your AI agent consumes, prioritize, and refine their knowledge base. Let's walk you through how to use these new capabilities to make your Copilot smarter and business ready. First, head into Analytic tab. Here you can see three key signals: knowledge user trend, how much your sources are contributing to answers; error rate, identifying the underperforming content; answer rate, how often the bot is able to answer using available knowledge. So now let's look at how you can curate the new knowledge sources based on the recommendation that you can see here. Once you have identified that the Copilot isn't confidently answering user queries and that the fallback rate is high, the next logical question is figuring out what is missing. And that's where the knowledge source suggestion panel steps in and as your AI powered advisor. So you will notice this list here, and it's not random. The Copilot Studio analyzes the historical chat logs, missed intent, and fallback patterns, and then recommends specific files and SharePoint links that could help fill the content gap. So let's look at how we can interact with it. You can accept the suggestion and instantly add it to your knowledge source or preview the content first to validate the relevance before inclusion. It's a proactive curation, not a guesswork, powered by telemetry and intent detection. And once added, it becomes a part of the broader refinement loop, ready to be marked authoritative, tested in the prompt flow, and monitored in the analytics. Now let's look at something really important: marking a source authoritative. Back in the Knowledge tab, you can right-click any file and mark it as authoritative. This gives it a higher trust in the generative orchestration and ensures it's always prioritized in responses. This is critical tuning step for regulated content like policy, legal, and compliance document. Now it's time to spot the blind spots, surfacing the knowledge gaps. Once you have analyzed the performance and engagement, the next question is where your Copilot is struggling to find the answers. This is where surfacing knowledge gap capability comes into play, bringing hidden issues right to the surface. As seen here, Copilot Studio scans through the conversation logs, fallback triggers, and the low confidence response to identify the gaps, places where the user asked questions but the agent failed to provide the meaningful answers. All this is something that is available. The exact query the user typed and the intended topic, if any, was matched, is something that you can see right here. Now let's look at what are some of the actions that are provided. From here, you can link to the new and suggested SharePoint sources. You can create a new Q&A pair or topic from the scratch, or simply add clarification prompts to the existing responses, improving the contextual coverage. So this makes the knowledge tuning less reactive, more strategic, and it ensures your Copilot keeps learning from the real world usage. So let's select one, and on the right, you will define a structured instruction like, as you can see here, use price from student accommodation name. When a user requests for info about availability in the city, this is where you need to look for. From here, you can add connectors like SharePoint, Salesforce, Dataverse, enabling the real-time answers grounded in the fresh enterprise data. After applying these updates, it's time for us to test it. So making the authoritative sources, resolving the unanswered prompts, and enhancing with connectors, Now it's time to go back to test your Copilot agent. So let's simulate a user prompt. Can you assist me with a two-bedroom apartment with 1 mile of campus that accepts pets? Is what I have prompted. And you can see that the source from the official resources, a feature you control by marking the knowledge assets as authoritative. With all this done, let's take a step forward. Now let's close the loop with advanced analytic dashboard. Analytic dashboard, your command center for evidence-based tuning. First up, you will see the knowledge usage trends. And here's where it gets exciting. The blue line tracks how often the knowledge was used. The red line, as it shows here, the error rate when the Copilot failed to fetch the answers. And the purple line indicates the answer rate, even if the source wasn't idle. So notice over the week, as we add better sources marked them as authoritative, the knowledge used lines goes up and the error rate drops, and the direct results for a strategic tuning. So as we go forward, you can also see the visual breakdown of the sessions on 45% resolved, 25% escalated, and 30% abandoned. We can also get a deep dive performance that drives the action. Customer satisfaction rising, now marked satisfied based on the real feedback. That's how you close the loop, not just building the knowledge base, but continuously refining it based on the actual usage, performance, and gap. With advanced knowledge tuning, you are in control of what your AI learns from, how it improves over the time, and how it maps your real world data to user needs in real time. So this is where the Copilot Studio moves from a low code tool to a true knowledge governance platform. And that was a glimpse into the world of advanced knowledge tuning, where insights meets intelligence. With better visibility, smarter source control, and recommendation tailored to your data, Copilot Studio is evolving from a chat builder to a true enterprise brain. Whether you're building your first agent or refining one already in production, tuning your knowledge base is no longer optional, it's a strategic advantage. So thanks for tuning in to Prompt with Pal, where your prompt has a purpose and every episode gets you closer to building AI that truly understands.